Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're taking a look at the Operator foregrip. I'm going to be telling you guys the 5 best guns to use it on and 3 of the guns you should never use it on. Today's video, we're going to break down how good it actually is and the reason why on these 5 guns you should be using it over the Merc, Ranger, or Commando. So the biggest factor in determining what is the difference between the Operator, the Merc, and the Ranger, the negative it has over those 2 other grips is it does not have obviously a secondary improvement, which for the Merc is the hip fire, the Ranger is the aiming stability. But with the Merc and Ranger both having a loss in movement speed and a loss in strafe speed, and the movement speed stat is hidden, along with the Commando and the Tactical foregrip, both also have a hidden stat in your strafe speed. So all the other foregrips besides the Operator have a hidden stat. That's the one benefit it has over those guns. So as far as what makes it good or bad, it does have a slower aim down sight time than the Merc and the Ranger. When you compare it on 99% of the weapons, the ADS is a bit slower. So the reason it makes it good for a weapon is where the ADS is closer or the same as the Merc and the Ranger. And like I said, due to the fact that there's no loss in movement speed or no loss in strafe speed, along with the Commando also having a hidden stat where it has loss in strafe speed, the guns that it's best for are guns that are good in the mobility category, which 3 of the guns you guys will see are those. So obviously the most important thing to talk about is which guns is it best on. Obviously the number 1 gun is going to be the Ram 7. You guys can see the class setup on the screen. As far as testing the recoil, this is the one thing I want to talk about the most. The recoil difference between all the grips you guys can see was not noticeable. The Ram had the same recoil pattern with every single grip into a certain percentage that, in my opinion, is not changeable by adding a grip. The Ram has the fastest strafe speed, the fastest aim down sight time, and the second fastest movement speed of any assault rifle. And the difference between the ADS between the Merc and the Ranger is 4 milliseconds, which you will not notice. So by adding that Operator foregrip on there, you hope keep that strafe speed the fastest. Your ADS is still excellent, and your movement speed is still excellent. So you're keeping the Ram in the mobile category still as good as possible. Along with the Ram, the second gun we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the Grau. You guys will see the class setup I recommend on the screen for all these weapons. With the Grau, I recommend either the Commando or the Operator. The biggest reason I'm going to recommend the Operator is because, once again, the difference is 4 milliseconds between the Merc, the Ranger, and the Operator. The Ram has the fastest movement speed, the second fastest strafe speed, and the second fastest aim down sight time. In my opinion, is tied for first as the best mobile AR. And by adding the Operator grip on there, you're going to help keep that gun good in the mobility category where it's already the best. So like I said, with that Commando getting a massive loss in movement speed, about 2% slower, and a 15% slower strafe speed, those are 2 factors that are completely tank the Grau in mobility category, which in my opinion is where the Operator is going to make it excellent. In exchange, you get a slightly worse aim down sight, which you guys can see. I have the tac laser on there, which helps counter that. So this to me is the best class setup for it. Like I said, the Grau and the Ram are the 2 best mobility weapons. By using the Operator foregrip, it's going to help keep it excellent mobility category. The third gun is going to be the MP5. You guys can see on the screen, this is my class setup. The reason I'm recommending the Operator grip on this weapon is it once again has a 4 millisecond slower ADS, which is not noticeable. The MP5 is the 3rd best mobility SMG, has an excellent movement speed and excellent strafe speed. And with the Operator foregrip, you guys can see it gave the least amount of vertical recoil. At the end was a little bit, miss and hit, but the biggest factor of my class setup, you can see are in the 5mm laser, which is the best thing you can do to give the MP5 the best hip fire, especially in Warzone. If you stack the 5mm laser with the Merc foregrip, you only get like a 7% increase in your hip fire, which is so minimal you actually won't notice it in game. And by using the Operator foregrip, you help keep that strafe speed faster, you help keep that movement speed a little bit faster, and obviously, like I said, those 2 things help you in more close range gunfights, which in my opinion, the MP5 is an excellent close range weapon. So that's my class setup for the MP5 with the Operator foregrip. Definitely the Commando is probably pretty good. The Merc is pretty good. The MP5 class setup's all personal opinion, but like I said, if you're running the 5mm laser, I recommend using the Operator foregrip because it's going to help keep that mobility excellent for the MP5. The next weapon we'll be taking a look at is going to be the M13. This is the one out of every single gun that the ADS is the same as the Merc and the Ranger and the Operator. Like I said, same thing as always why the Operator is usable. You get no loss in movement speed and no loss in strafe speed. As far as the recoil, you guys can see almost identical, if not the operator might have one of the best recoil patterns. The reason I'm taking the operator over the commando is you're getting a 2% loss in movement speed and a 15% loss in stray speed again. So by adding the operator on there, your ADS is not as bad. In exchange, you help keep the movement speed faster and the stray speed excellent. So to me, that's the same reason why I'm picking it out of a lot of the other weapons. Is it's just going to help keep your movement pretty good. So the next gun we're taking a look at is going to be the last gun, which is the Oden. Same number as before, 4 millisecond difference. The reason why it's the best. The Oden is the worst mobility AR out of every single gun in the game. So by adding the operator foregrip, you guys can see the recoil patterns on the screen. The commando actually did nothing as far as the recoil pattern itself, which to me was the biggest factor. Also getting a loss in movement speed and stray speed, which is terrible for the Oden already. And then obviously, like I said, with the Ranger also getting a loss in stray speed and a loss in movement speed. By putting the operator on there, you only get a loss in ADS, which is almost the same as the Ranger. So it helps keep that Oden a little bit better in the stray speed and the movement speed, in my opinion, while still having a good recoil pattern to help give you a little bit better mobility in Warzone. So that's pretty much it for the 5 best guns. Those are guns that every gun I recommended the class setup with, just because I think with that class setup is going to help dictate the mobility category, and that's the biggest factor of what makes the operator foregrip good, is how good it helps some of these guns in the mobility category. Obviously versus the other grips like the Commando and Ranger and Merc, which all have hidden stats which affect the mobility category. So the list of guns that's terrible to use on is very simple and short. Obviously the PKM is number 1. It has the snatch grip, which obviously improves your ADS and your recoil, which if the operator lowers your ADS and improves your recoil, there's no point in using it, because the snatch grip is going to help improve your ADS, which on an LMG is the worst. So that's why I don't recommend on the PKM, because the snatch grip is just better. As far as the second gun is going to be obviously the M4. This is my class setup. I usually run Commando. As far as when you go from the operator to the Ranger, your ADS is 2 times slower, which you 100% will notice in game. As far as the difference between ADS and the Merc and the Ranger to ADS and the operator, this has the worst difference out of every gun in the game. Therefore, you're better off using the Commando or the Ranger, because it's going to help your stats obviously be a little better than the operator. So that's the third gun, and then the last gun is going to be the Kilo. This is pretty much the base class setup everybody runs. Once again, is almost tied with the M4 as having the second worst change as far as your ADS when you go from the operator to the Ranger. So that's really why I don't recommend it. And with the Kilo having an excellent accuracy, the improvement you get as far as the stability with the Ranger and the Commando, in my opinion, is just better, because it helps a little bit. And that's pretty much why I think it's not as good on the Kilo and the M4. Is the same reason. Is it lowers your ADS a lot, which these two guns already have a pretty low ADS depending on what class setup you're running. So that's pretty much it as far as the 5 best guns to use it on: Ram, Grau, M13, Oden, MP5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe to the channel down below if you guys are new. If you guys want to know where I stream every single day, twitch.tv/Trapgod. If you guys want to come follow me live on Twitch, I stream Modern Warfare and Warzone every single day. So if you guys want to come follow the stream, every single month I do subscriber giveaways for Gfuel and Scuf controllers. So if you guys want to come over the stream and obviously click that follow button, I would very much appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like Gfuel and you want to know the best and only code to use on your Gfuel purchase, it is code Trapgod. As you guys can see, 30% off on the screen. The best and only code to use on your Gfuel purchase. If you guys are a controller player and you want to know the best controller to buy, Scuf Gaming has the best controllers to purchase. If you guys want to use my discount code Trapgod, you guys can see saves you 5% off your total purchase.